Kelsey Mitchell is now back at practice, which is big. Which is really, really big because, look, what we're not doing is, like, I didn't make a video on her missing practice for personal reasons. Or missing practice for personal reasons. Personal reasons. Yeah. And if I'm being honest, the reason why I didn't make a video on that was because I'm like, missing practice one day, not an issue. Missing practice multiple days, okay, there we have an issue. But Kelsey Mitchell is already back after one day, wide open three-point shot. And this is the usual. Teams not guarding Kelsey Mitchell and shooting wide the fuck open. That is the Kelsey Mitchell special. And now we're like, okay, thank God. Kelsey's back, because the Indiana Fever realistically need to go and they need a win on Wednesday. Like, if you go into the All-Star break 17-10 on a 4-game, thank you so much for $20. Sophie beats the WNBA 1v1 in a 1v1 game by a single point. I don't entirely know what that means, but thank you for the $20. But like, if the Indiana Fever come in for 17-10 on a, am I right in saying 4-game win streak with Caitlin Clark playing? Yeah, if they win this, they're on a 4-game win streak when Caitlin Clark plays. Oh, no, sorry. They've won 4 out of 5. 3-game win streak and won 4 out of 5 when Caitlin Clark plays. And it's like, okay, that is absolutely a big, big thing. And if you've got Kelsey and Caitlin, especially because you're like, Caitlin and Kelsey, if they are playing off each other, they are the best duo in the league. As in, if it is, there's a clear hierarchy where Kelsey shoots more than Caitlin, but Caitlin gets more touches. And it's not the two of them fighting. Like, I think because Caitlin can be a facilitator, Kelsey can't. So Caitlin as a facilitator, facilitating ideally to Kelsey, is a much better team than Caitlin and Kelsey going, your turn, your turn, my turn. And I was kind of worried. And obviously, look, when it comes to Kelsey Mitchell, you're never going to question Kelsey as somebody who, I don't know if there are that many people in the WNBA that love the sport of basketball as much as Kelsey Mitchell. So at the end of the day, it's a, you know, if she's missing a game, it's for something legit. You genuinely know it's for something legit. And you just really want them to be on the floor more together, because if the Fever are going to win, look, at the end of the year, the Indiana Fever have to make a choice. They're not doing that now. They're not doing that in the year of 2026. They will make the choice coming into the new year. They might choose Kelsey. They might choose Caitlin. They can't, they realistically can't keep both. Unless they somehow, like, and if they keep both, it's for one more year. The only way they can keep both is if you don't give Caitlin her epic extension and she becomes a restricted free agent. And then in the 2027 season, and then you trade one of Lexi Hall and Monique Billings, or one of those two. And then the following season, when Caitlin becomes a restricted free agent, someone's going to offer her a max and you lose Caitlin Clark then. So you can keep them for one more year, but it would involve like losing Caitlin for nothing, basically. So that's basically what you have a choice. Is like, you can either get something for Caitlin or lose one of them for nothing next year. So I'm saying she isn't taking the epic, but she isn't leaving. Then bye-bye Lexi Hall for next year. And bye-bye Caitlin Clark in 2027 at the end of her rookie contract. Bye-bye Caitlin in 2027. But, yeah, look, like, a lot of people were kind of panicking when Kelsey was missing that game for personal reasons, or missing packs for personal reasons. And it's funny that, like, I'm seeing it on Twitter as well. People were talking about like, oh, did Kelsey Mitchell pull a Skylar Diggins or pull a Kennedy Carter because Caitlin won player of the week when Kelsey Mitchell should have won? At the end of the day, I would have had no issue with either of them winning. The Fever, what you call it? The Indiana Fever go 3-1 in the week, or 3-3-0, and Kelsey Mitchell averaged like more points. But that being said, when you break, we saw it with Marina Mabry, we saw it with Jess Shepherd, where if you have a historic game like Jess Shepherd's 20-10-20 game, she won Player of the Week off one game. Marina Mabry won Player of the Week off one game. So it's one of those things where it's like Caitlin was always going to win. Not necessarily that she deserves to win, but when she has that game, she's always going to win. And people are out here saying that people are out there saying, oh, Kelsey Mitchell has just done that. Oh, she's missing for personal reasons. She doesn't want to be there because Caitlin Clark got an award that she didn't. It's like, I don't think Kelsey Mitchell, based on everything with Kelsey Mitchell, she does not play for awards. She plays for money. Money is a factor in Kelsey Mitchell. No question about that. And like, if Kelsey Mitchell was ring chasing and stuff, she wouldn't have been a member of the Indiana Fever. Like, she would have left. If she cared that much, she would have left. If she cared that much about that. I think money and just going out there and hooping is probably the biggest thing for Kelsey Mitchell. But at the end of the day, look, I don't feel like this is something that really matters. Like, everybody talking about this yesterday, like it was this huge deal. And to be honest, I didn't want to make a video on this because I wanted to give it one extra day. I wanted to give one extra day because you kind of at the same time you need to wait and see it play out, because if it turns out that something is wrong with Kelsey, okay, she's gone for a few days, she's gone for the game. She went away for one day for personal reasons, and I hope everything's okay. I really do. That's the most important thing, that Kelsey Mitchell's okay. That everything around Kelsey Mitchell is good, and again, if she needs to take time off, take as much time as you need. But for the sake of the team, selfishly, it is absolutely better that she plays, because we're finally starting to see Caitlin and Kelsey stop getting in each other's way. And when they play together, this team is exceptional. The problem is that for 2/3 of the minutes they played this season, they've been playing against each other. They've been in a contest to see who can score more, rather than playing together to help a team win. And that's not good for anybody. And hopefully we can see more of them playing together over the next couple of games.